Hello everyone, we are live from Daytona Beach, Florida for the Sunset
Drivers, to
Paradise
your car.
41. From the streets of Daytona Beach itself, as you can see, the cars are lined up on the beach. I am once again alone in the booth today. It is just me, Ash Jacobson, on the call. And now let's take a look through your starting lineup. It's an all-Mercedes lockout on the front row with the number 95 Monster Energy Mercedes-AMG of Bailey Pendergast. To his outside is the number 86 Sinclair Mercedes-AMG of Nonigan Scott. Row 2 sees a pair of RFJ Craft Motorsports teammates. It's Chris Fristed and Najika Kazami. Row 3 sees the 15 of Nelson Reeves and the 19 of Jackson Kelsey. Row 4 is Abel DeGroat and Ryan Keith. Row 5 is the 9 of Rafiq Rizana and the 27 of Nathan Smith. Row 6 is Blake Ganaki alongside Tim Pitch. Row 7, John McFadden in the 89 and Parker Martinez in the 47. Row 8 is Josh King and Rorge Gussel. Row 9 sees the 5 of Mordo Freeman and the 7 of Logan Williams, a pair of Chevys. And then it's Riley Wilkin and Derek Hamill, followed by Felix Jansen and Devin Fair, a pair of Mercedes. In the row behind them, it's Renan Nisip and Charlie Davenport, followed by Nixon DeMille and Wyatt Qualley. Kaiko Furukawa makes their BOSC debut next to Kevin Hulkenberg. Then Riley Spurley Tube, subbing for the injured Theo Splitzer, starts alongside Tari Lowell. Patrick Starr and Zachariah Armstrong are in the row behind them, followed by Vincent David and Bradley Ream. Then it's Noah Clifton and Henry Williams, and Blaze Aitken next to Ryan Llewellyn, a pair of Supras. Then it's Arthur Xavier and Tommy Rollo, and rounding out the field is another pair of Supras and Brad Stover and Chrissy Splitzer, both of which failed post-qualifying inspection. So as we're getting the cars ready to go here, this is definitely going to be one of the more unique stops on the BOSC calendar this season. Of course, actually racing on the beaches of Daytona itself rather than on the oval or the road course. As you can see, the 95 of Bailey Pendergast will lead the field to green. He'll be starting alongside Nonigan Scott, but it looked like that the 95 really didn't struggle to actually get up to speed and start his car, because Nonigan Scott's going to leave the field to green by quite some margin. Green flag is out here, and Pendergast the pole sitter only starts fourth, but no reported issues on the 95 to struggle getting it started. So it will be Scott, Chris Fristed and Jackson Kelsey, as here comes Fristed for the race lead. As they head down the first straightaway into the first braking zone, it is Chris Fristed going for the race lead on the 86 of Nonigan Scott. Nonigan Scott has never won a BOSC race from pole. He won his duel from further back in the pack, but can he win from outside pole? They head into the first major braking zone. This is where a lot of the incidents happened in testing sessions. Cars would misjudge where the other cars were and then just smash straight into them. It looks like everyone's going to keep it clean, and as they head onto the beach, it looks like that Chris Fristed's going to take the race lead. So now they begin the long beach run. It's Fristed and Nonigan Scott side by side. It would be great for RFJ Craft Motorsports if they could have back-to-back wins. Of course, Najika Kazami winning last week at Watkins Glen is now Jackson Kelsey with a run in the 19, and here comes Pendergast storming back after his late start. Another person I should point out is that 27 you see there of Nathan Smith and the Among Us colors. One of his few races he's actually made this season has mostly been out after go home qualifying, as here comes Najika Kazami. Speak of the devil, she is up to the race lead. She was, of course, the winner last week at Watkins Glen, proves to be strong on the road courses, and she has shown you here a great move to get her up into the race lead. Could she go for 2 in a row? A few BOSC drivers have come close to 2 in a row, but no one has ever done it before, as it doesn't look like that she'll be able to hang on to the lead as Jackson Kelsey goes up to the point. Kelsey did not pick up any wins last season with Logan Sport in the 97, but did make the playoffs. So he'll be looking for his first career win, because the two hungry RFJ Craft cars behind him of rookies Najika Kazami and Chris Fristed. So we're going to head into the braking for the next turn. A bit of contact there you see between Kazami and Pendergast, and then a bit more behind them between Keith and Nonigan Scott. Scott's really beginning to drop back as we look down the grid to make sure everyone's made it through cleanly, and it looks like that for another lap everyone has made it through. And now we focus back on Jackson Kelsey, who currently is still holding the race lead over Najika Kazami. Team Disaster as a whole, that 19 and the 86 owned by Nonigan Scott, have not picked up a win, as Chase Buck and Nikolai Sykes drove the 19 last season. So the team as a whole will be looking for their first win, as you see Ryan Keith making 3 wide as they do a bit of jostling here at the back end of this top 10. As Kazami's going to make a move, going to try to make her way down the inside, is able to Grote's going to look to make it 4 wide here. Wisely backs out. So they're going 3 wide further back there, as you see. Oh dear. And that is Kaiko Furukawa on top of Riley Spurleytube. What has happened here? It's been some form of incident. So it looks like that Furukawa... So Hulkenberg makes contact with Furukawa. That sends DeMille around, and then the 54 just nowhere to go, and the 01 mounts the 54. It's going to be an end to both of their debuts, Spurleytube and Furukawa. And that was not good for Nixon. He's been having a struggle in the last few races here on these road courses, and that will definitely not help him. But as we return to the live action here, Chris Fristed looking to make a move here on the 19 of Jackson Kelsey. Is coming up strong is the 95 of Bailey Pendergast. This is Pendergast's last race in that 95 before he'll move over to the new Railfan Motorsports number 40 entry after another round of auctions went on, and that's Nelson Reeves plowing into the rear end of Nathan Smith. That's what we were talking about. There's some front end damage on the number 15 Vizine Toyota Camry. So we look back to see if anyone has emulated what Reeves just did to Nathan Smith. Doesn't look so. Everyone looks good. As now down the beach straight, it looks like that Fristed is going to try to do something against Jackson Kelsey, but doesn't look like it's going to work out. It's going to need to get a good run here. As you see Pendergast currently holding third over Najika Kazami. Reeves with that damage, that'll definitely not help him, and Nathan Smith may also have some rear end damage on his 27. That'll be a disappointing end to what looked like was going to be a promising race for that 27, as Chris Fristed looks like he's going to go to the race lead here over Jackson Kelsey. As the field heads off the final corner, a bit of contact there between Nonigan Scott and Bailey Pendergast, as Fristed's going to lead the lap. We look down the grid. Riley Spurleytube has fallen off the pace, and Furukawa is on the roll, so it looks like that both of their 2 BOSC debuts will not end in the way that they were hoping for. But for this man right here, Chris Fristed, while it's not his BOSC debut, it's going very well for him in RFJ Craft Motorsports. 3 of their 4 cars inside this top 10, the 56 of Fristed, the 30 of Kazami, and then the 71 of Ganaki a bit further back. As Ryan Keith's going to make a move, and there was a rear end there. That's I was able to grow into Rafiq Razana, a bit of a stack up there. So yeah, those are the incidents that I've been talking about having prone to happen here on this track. Is everyone's hurrying to make up positions in the braking zone, and then they all just stack up, and then there's contact, and then a lot of bent sheet metal. Looks like a bit of damage on the rear end of Razana, not much visible damage on DeGroat, as Reeves is really starting to slip back now in that 15. As we look back up, it is becoming a 2-horse race, as Kelsey Kelsey has fallen back into the grips of this main pack. It's really coming down to the two RFJ Craft cars, the two rookies of Chris Fristed and Najika Kazami. Kazami was kind of an expected face to see up here after her performance at Watkins Glen last week, but I don't know how many of us expected to see Chris Fristed up here. As you see, there's Rafiq Rizana with a great run as they're going 5 wide further back here. Parker Martinez onto the sand. As they all back out. Yeah, Reeves is really falling back here. This is turned what looked like was going to be a handy day for that number 15 pole position racing, and it has just gone south quickly. As we look down the grid, everyone else seems to have made it through cleanly. As now Kazami and Fristed still going at it. No clear winner yet there, as damage on Reeves' car looks to have gotten worse, as I think he may have rear-ended Nathan Smith again. As Smith now has very visible rear-end damage. I think Reeves and Smith may have had another coming together. As the leaders head down the beach straight, Chris Fristed holding the race lead over Najika Kazami, Bailey Pendergast in third, and then it's Jackson Kelsey in fourth. But he is under attack from both Blake Ganaki and Rafiq Rizana. As Ganaki takes the position, that is now 3 RFJ Craft Motorsports cars in the top 4. As now Kazami is going to go for the race lead here. She's trying to take her second win in a row, as she won last week at Watkins Glen. Kazami gets the inside and with a decent run, but Fristed, I think, got the better of her. And coming to the line, it's going to be Kazami, your leader, by 0.01 seconds. And as we take one final look down the grid, we're going to head to a quick commercial break. And as Reeves comes off the pit road, they've taken the hood off his 15. And anyway, we'll take a quick commercial break. Here's your top 28 as of right now. And we'll see you back here for the continuation of the Sunset Paradise 41 from Daytona Beach. So we are back here for the Sunset Paradise 41 here from Daytona Beach. And it has come to my attention that Nigel Scott in the 6 from Team Disaster, he's actually been disqualified from the event, which would make him only the second disqualification ever in BEOSC history, the first one being Cody Guilford at Road Atlanta in Season 1. I don't know quite why he got disqualified. I'm sure we'll get word from the officials post-race. As in other news, Keiko Furukawa is back out on the track after mounting Riley Spurley Tube, and Blake Inaki is trying to make this an RFJ Craft 1-2-3 up front. As Charlie Davenport running a bit wide there. I think he may have made contact with the rear end of the 25 of Riley Wilkin. As a lot of cars back here, you see Aitken, Rollo, David, there's Stover, Williams, Llewellyn, Spletzer, and Clifton. The Toyotas have just not been having a fun day out here so far, but who's been having a stellar day are these RFJ Craft Chevys. As it is Kazami still leading ahead of Fristed, then it's Pendergast's Merc and Ganaki trying to make it in RFJ Craft 123 like I previously said. Heading to the end of the beach straight here, and it looks like that Fristed has the run into the corner, but Kazami's going to get the better run through the corner, and the exit looks like that it's going to go to Fristed. So the two cars about even here as we take 3 laps to go here from Daytona Beach. A bit of 3-wide action there, you see. A bit more 3-wide further back here as this a few small packs forward. As we look back up at the leaders. There are about 5 cars in this lead pack. There's Fristed, Kazami, Kelsey, Pendergast, and Ganaki. As the two Mercs look like that, they're trying to start something here as Pendergast looking under Kazami. That didn't work. Now Pendergast looks like Kelsey was looking around the outside of Fristed. That also didn't work. Pendergast going to try something into the braking zone. The answer is no. There's Arthur Xavier off. The 38, the 47 of Parker Martinez also involved. Heavy damage on that 47. I think there may have been a coming together of those two. Indeed there was, so Xavier was coming and then tagged the 47 and sent him around. That sent the 38 around as well. Heavy damage on the 47 and heavy side damage on the 38. It's not how those two it's probably how those two are going to finish their day, and not how they would have liked to, as now Kelsey's going to attack Fristed here, trying to break up this RFJ Craft 1, 2, 3 here at the front. As Ganaki is really starting to fall off. He's fallen into the hands of Rafiq Razana there in 5th. As heading down into the braking zone, Pendergast up to 2nd. The Pulsator trying to make up for his delayed start. He's trying to go for the lead here with 2 laps to go. But Najika Kazami has been so strong out here on these road courses. She could go for 2, and she could possibly take it. That would be amazing if Najika Kazami could pick up her 2nd straight BEOSC win. She'd be one of the only drivers to do so. As a lot of racing further back here, Riley Wilkin going through the sand there. Parker Martinez back here holding up the 2 Boomy Speed cars of Chrissy Spletzer and Noah Clifton, as you can see there. John McFadden is also, I think he may have had a pit stop to repair some damage he incurred earlier. As we look in the first major braking zone, you see a few cars with damage, bent in rear bumpers from earlier incidents. Everyone makes it through cleanly. And it is Najika Kazami out front with 2 laps to go. Can she hang on as her teammate Chris Fristed falls into the clutches of Jackson Kelsey in that 19? Najika Kazami trying to be the first driver to go 2 for 2. And this season has certainly brought on some impressive rookies, and she has been one of them. Made her debut last week at Watkins Glen and won, and now she's trying to do the same here, but her teammate Chris Fristed, fellow rookie competitor, is trying to usurp her from the race lead. Coming to the white flag, these 2 RFJ Craft cars are going to have 1 lap to battle it out. Najika Kazami versus Chris Fristed. Kazami has the initial edge as she's going to have help from Jackson Kelsey. And she's just going to try to take away. She's just going to try to pull away and take away a possible victory from Chris Fristed. Pendergast, maybe he tries something up the inside here. It all will come down to how desperate these guys are for the win. Who wants it more? Fristed gonna step out of line here. Looks like he's gonna be too far back to try to make anything happen. Fristed is gonna have one or two more chances to try to take this lead as they head onto the beach straight. Fristed is going to need the draft if he's going to want to get up and catch his teammate Kazami. That looks like what he's using. He's trying to draft up to the 30. Fristed is there. He's at her bumper. He's going to make a move. Is Kelsey going to go with him? Doesn't look like it. Is the 56 going to get any help? Now Kelsey and Pendergast swing down to push the 95, the 56 into the middle. The 96 is, the 19, sorry, is going to go for the lead. Contact there between Ganaki and Pendergast. Coming to the line, it's 3 wide. Who's going to get their better run? It looks like it's going to be Kazami. And at the line, it is Najika Kazami. Najika Kazami, back-to-back here in the Blue-Emu Offline Stock Cup. Well, it wasn't as clear-cut as last week at Watkins Glen, where she barely eked out. She barely eked out Chris Fristed and a hard-charging Jackson Kelsey. Wow, that was a great race. Great finish. A valiant effort from Fristed and Kelsey, but it was simply not to be. So we'll look through your finishing order. Najika Kazami picks up her second race win. Then it's Chris Fristed, Jackson Kelsey, Bailey Pendergast, Blake Ganaki, Rafiq Rizana, Josh King, Logan Williams, Tim Pitch, and Abel DeGroat round out the top 10. Then it's Ryan Keith, Charlie Davenport, Renan Issip, Derek Hamill, Felix Jansen, Riley Wilkin, Nathan Smith, Roach Gussel, Tari Lowell, Zachariah Armstrong, and Mordo Freeman round out your top half of the field. Then Fair, Starr, Hulkenberg, Quali Ream, Aiken, Stover, Rollo, Llewellyn, David, Williams, Xavier, Clifton, Splitzer, Martinez, DeMille, McFadden, Spurleytube, Reeves, Furukawa, and of course Nonigan Scott with the disqualification round out your full finishing order. So that is it from Daytona Beach. We'll see you at the end of this week for our doubleheader, as we'll be live from Bristol for the Sharpie 26. But until then, this has been Ash Jacobson, and you've been watching the BOSC. We'll see you next time.